Because I know you said you want to do 15-minute shows.
Yeah, look, I'm recording right now. Look, man, so what's going on with the phone, man? What's happening?
Man, let me tell you, Auntie got gaffled, so I'm old, so I be trying to keep up to date with these kids and stuff. So I said, I had no
Man,
intentions.
that's your fault.
That's my fault. That's my fault because I got a teenager, and the phone came out. She got good grades. We talked about it. I said, "I'm gonna get you a new phone." She said, "Give me the 14." I said, "Nah, get the 15. It's brand new." She said, "Nah, mom."
Oh, you splurging now, huh?
Yeah, yeah, because they got the
Right.
payment plan, $6 a
Yeah.
month in 2053. So I mean, I pay it off by the time she graduate college, and I'm fine with that. But anyway, so she's like, "Mom, no, let me get the 14." I said,
I
"Okay,
can't.
no
You
problem."
know what? I came with you, man. You was what'd you say?
So
You gonna pay it all by the time you finish
by the
college.
time she finished college, I be done pay the phone off. You know
Oh
what I'm
my
saying?
man.
I'm gonna wrap it up real quick. So I go to the store to pick up something else for her phone, the screen thing. How I walk out there with a new phone, a new charging station. Then I went across the street to AirPods, get the Apple AirPods, and then I bought another charging station. Then I got all my stuff home. I got my new phone and all of that. Then the novelty wears off because this is the same phone as the one I had before. It just got a couple more features. So
That's
anyway,
it.
Auntie on the phone, running her mouth, talking about people, FaceTiming, calling
Yeah.
everybody, because I got the new shit, right?
Yeah.
So
You
about
showing off. You showing off.
so yeah, I'm showing off. So about 9:30, the little joint go boop boop boop. Let me know my phone's down. So I'm like, all right, let me put this thing on the charger. I ain't got nothing to charge it with. I didn't I don't have nothing to
Why you
charge it
ain't
with
why did you use your old phone, your old iPhone charger until you went back to the store and got a new one?
because they don't work. You got to get that new C, whatever that thing is. What I didn't have was the cube. I ain't had no cube. Guess what? I'm at Walmart 9:30, 10:30 at night, 10 o'clock at night. My night clothes on, my robe, at the electronics section with an attitude. Because I got to buy something for the car. I got to buy something for the house, all
That's how
that
they
stuff.
get you. Yeah,
That's how
yeah.
they got
See,
me. But
see,
that's not where it stopped. It don't stop there. Cause Auntie stepping it up. You know what I'm saying? Because I need to let people know I'm doing this. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna get all the way in. Then I go to
uh,
Apple the next day, excuse me, to pick up some AirPods. Cause I ain't no AirPods in about a year. Got me some AirPods. Walk out the door. I see another charging station. It's cute. Already got a charging
yeah,
station now.
yeah. It looks cute,
Excuse
right?
me. I get that charging station too. I'm all in
Yeah.
$6,000.
Oh yeah, you spent $6,252.82. I
That
look, I counted. But look, there $6,028.82.
exactly. Excuse me, y'all.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
so yeah, that's
Oh
that.
yeah, cause these new phones most definitely they making them
Mm.
where you can't use the old equipment.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
So you got to start over. It's like a whole new life.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's why I say I'm gonna wait.
Woo.
I'm gonna wait till they do all the updates. Wait till they get all the
And
glitches
do
out.
all of that. Yeah, so
Yeah, because I'm even thinking about going back. I got an Android too. I got that 23, that 22, S22, S23.
do you like it?
Yeah, I like them both. So
Y'all
it
hold the
don't
line. I gotta get my throat together.
man,
Yeah.
go get your thing together, man. Hey,
Don't be talking about me.
you know I am.
Nah, don't be talking about me while I'm gone. Just
All
hold
right,
the
I'm gonna wait.
line, y'all.
I'm
Hold the
gonna wait.
line.
I'm gonna wait till you come back, man. Y'all see what we got to go through. We ain't even started doing the show yet, man. And she acting crazy. She done spend all her first of the month check.
I did so much.
Yeah, man, look, I can't get $3.
Yeah, I can
Look,
spend $70 with all.
look, man, I'm look. I was trying to be nice, ask you for $2.50. Now I want three.
Well, I ain't got it. Auntie ain't got it. You gonna have to check me out the January because November is Thanksgiving. I got had money for that, and then Christmas. So you gonna have to check back with me in February. Okay. But how you been doing? How was your week?
Nah, I'm gonna hit you up. I'm gonna hit you about 10 days before Thanksgiving when everything go on sale. You'll have a couple dollars. Cause you're a sales girl. I already know. You're gonna have a couple dollars. All I
No,
need
I'm an
is
Amazon girl. I'm gonna sit at home.
man, y'all see, man, look. What we doing, man?
Yeah, all right. So, yeah, welcome to the UNC podcast.
Hey
The
man,
North
we ain't even
Edition.
started the show, man. Look, we just having a good time. We talking some nonsense. Man, these phones, hey, they real, they gonna cost you.
Yeah,
Man, when you go in there and get them phones, trust me, go in there, have about $1,500,
yep,
$2,000 in your pocket, because
yep.
that's what you're gonna spend. Because that's
Or
just what it is.
if you ain't balling like Iceman, put it on the payment plan for 10 years. You'll pay
Hey,
it off. Don't
10,
worry about it.
10 years, $22 a month, no
Mhm.
interest. Man, with
No
that,
interest.
man, hey, look here.
But listen, if you balling on a budget, you'll go through Klarna. Just make you 4
Oh,
payments. You'll
Klarna.
be good. Yeah.
Klarna, 12 payments, $62 a month. Trust me, man. Hey, Klarna, Affirm, Zip, I am
Afterpay.
the Afterpay, I am the
Yeah.
master. Hey, if you want to know anything about that, man, yo, hit us up, man. Hit us up
Exactly.
on
Straight
the
up.
UNC
Straight up.
podcast, because guess what? We most definitely gonna tell you how to get this thing done. And
Yes,
with
we
that
will.
said, we about to get right to it.
Yes,
Yes.
indeed.
Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn.
Well, boom, shaka, like a boom. Hey, what's happening, man?
What's
Yo,
happening,
welcome.
y'all?
Yeah, man. Welcome to another edition of the USC podcast. I am one half of the show and one half of your host. My name is Isaac, aka the Iceman, and my wonderful co-host Tiana, TT Church Lady. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Yo,
boy.
yeah, what's going on? Hey, before the show, man, you was talking about that $6,228 you had spending 58 cents, and I can't
Yeah.
get $3.
Well, see what had happened was,
Yeah, your bank account don't work like that. I understand.
see the way my checking account set up
Don't work. Right.
and my
Okay.
debit card. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
But you
Okay.
know what? Like I said, December, I got you. 150, $1.50. I got you.
And you're gonna give me the other $1.50 in January?
Yeah,
I'm gonna take that.
I got you.
It's say no
Blessings to
more.
you.
Yeah, most definitely. Man, how y'all been out there, man? We've been kind of taking it back, taking care of some
Yeah.
things, some family issues, man. Just trying to make it do what it do. What you been up
Yes.
to, T? What's up? What's going on with Church Lady, man?
Man, I gotta, y'all, let me be transparent. I just gotta be honest. I kind of been dealing with some things, just life been life and nothing major, but just kind of dealing with like imposter syndrome in my personal life with some things, trying to make sure I'm making good decisions with my money, and different things like that. Planning for how I need to go to school and just, making sure I'm not all over the place, but also too, most importantly, trying to figure out what I'm gonna do, when she leaves, because it's that thing of, I have a life, but it's like she's most of my life. So just trying to get some things into place, going to therapy. So that's been great.
Yeah, man.
Um,
That's what's up.
yeah. What
Yeah,
about you?
I'm glad you're going to therapy. I'm gonna tell you something,
Yeah.
man. My psychiatrist don't want to see me no more till January.
What you do, Ice Man?
Man,
What you
look,
do?
man. Hey, I'm telling you, like I tell people, go at least once. Hey, every time I go in his office, he shake his head.
Yeah.
Cause I'm gonna tell you something, right? I'm a true believer. I'm not gonna leave his office leaving nothing. I'm not taking nothing with me.
Mm-hmm. I
You hear
feel
me?
that.
I ain't taking nothing with me. I need that for look. A couple of weeks ago, I gave him a 30-minute session, so I got a free one. So yeah, man. I walked into his office, man. He was asking me how I'm doing. I said, man, I had a great week. He said, man, can I talk to you? I was like, yeah, man. I
Yeah,
looked up, it
what's
was
up?
30 minutes. He was dumping. So,
Mm.
that's just what it is. So,
So y'all have a good relationship?
yeah, man. I got
Yeah.
about 6 months worth of free sessions, so I'm good, man. He ain't even got to bill my insurance. How about that?
That's good. That's what's
Yeah,
up.
man. So what we doing today, man? What we talking about? Wait,
Y'all,
I'm gonna tell y'all what. Look,
Quick.
I'm gonna tell you what we talking about, right?
Right.
Church lady, she hit me to this video. The young
Mhm.
lady was talking about generational curse, and she was talking talking about the impact versus the intent.
Mm-hmm.
And we thought this would be a very, very interesting conversation because the impact and the intent can sometimes be the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like having a gift and a curse. And let me see if I can pull up the I want to put up the audio
Okay.
on it so we could try to get to it and see what we could do.
Minor, small generational curse that you are breaking with your children. Dr. Martin here. I apologize to my children and I place an emphasis on impact rather than intent. Let me tell you what I mean. When working with parents as a psychologist, a lot of times they will get bogged down on the aspect of, I did not mean to hurt their feelings. I did not mean to invalidate them, instead of acknowledging the fact that hurt feelings and invalidation was what the result of it would happen, of their
Right.
statement, of their behavior, anything. So I have led with impact is more important than intent. Although I may not have intended to harm you, I did harm you. So I'm going to apologize for that. I say the words, I'm sorry, and I say that I apologize because it is not enough to take a child out for a treat or ask them to do some fun activity with you. That's not an apology. An apology is an apology. My apologies will have 4 parts always. I state that I'm sorry or I apologize. I say what I'm apologizing for. I say what I'm going to do in the next time to change my behavior. And then the last part, of course, is change behavior. The
Mhm.
best apology is change behavior. I am sorry that you are upset because I rushed you. I understand how frustrating it can be to be forced to stop playing, especially when you're having fun. Going forward, I will set a timer so that you know when we have to leave.
Right.
Apologizing, especially to children.
I ain't set no goddamn time. How about that? We're gonna start with that. Let's do it. Look here. Look, I get what she's saying. And you and I, we have these conversations all the time. And
Mhm.
personally, I don't care who I affect by what I'm gonna say, because at the end of the day, it's my opinion, it's my feeling.
Right.
We live in a world today, especially with our kids.
Mm-hmm.
You have a teenager, a young adult. I have a young adult, and the problem that I'm seeing, we always talking about. People are talking, oh, their feelings. They have a right to their feelings.
Right.
However, they're going to be entering a world that 9 times out of 10, especially when they start going to college, that they haven't experienced. And that world is not going to apologize.
Right. For hurting your
Rather
feelings.
rather is the intent or not.
Right.
And that's
Agreed.
just not how the world works. Like I totally believe in apologizing, especially when I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And I totally believe in sitting down and having a conversation. Because as a parent, for me, I'm just speaking on my experience. If I have to sit down and explain every decision that I need to make on your behalf, for me, that's going to be a problem.
Right.
Because the world is not going to explain every decision that it's going to have for you when it puts you on your behind.
Mm-hmm.
Because the world we live in and the world you and I came from no longer exists.
That's true.
And it will continue to chew you up and spit you out. Now I understand, having intent. Okay, look, I'm going to say what I got to say. And at that time, I'm going to mean it. And I'm not going to worry about, for me, how I say it, because I may need to say it that way at that time for the maximum effect. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Understood. Yeah.
Because sometimes, you'll tell your daughter, da 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 da, yo, go take that trash out. And you'll say it in a calm voice, right? And they'd be like, okay, it'd be 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Then you call her again, you be like, didn't I ask you to take the trash out? And then they say something like, yeah. Now you looking at them like, okay. Well, when you gonna take the trash out?
Right.
Well, I'm gonna get ready to do it now. Now 2 minutes passed, right? What you gonna say?
I'm going off at that point.
Boom.
You don't get calm mom no more.
Yeah, you don't get
Now I'm on your ass.
Yeah, I'm on you because the intent was basically based on the first time I asked you to take the trash out
Mm-hmm.
or to do something.
Mm-hmm.
And as parents, I think every parent has experienced that, especially if they have a teenager child, young
Yeah.
adult, 15, 14, 12, 13 through 21.
Right.
Because at some point you're gonna have, as your kids grow. For me, I can't be my kid's friend.
Right.
I'm sorry. I can't do that for me
Right.
because the line is too thin
Mm-hmm.
at the respect level.
Right. Right.
Because when they feel like you they friend, they
They can
feel
talk
like
to you any kind of way. Right. We on the even playing field when you think you my friend.
it's no even playing field. So when it comes to having an intent based on the situation, I'm all for it. I
Right.
really am, because I may need something done right then.
Mm-hmm.
So why do I feel the need, like every time I ask you to do something, I got to give you a reason why?
Right.
Right? Well, why I got to do that?
Right. I never, with raising my daughter, I think it's all, like you said, in perspective. One, I think you got to know your child. When I was growing up, just to take it back about impact and intent, um, the way my mother said things, because I was so sensitive, it impacted me a lot. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't like a barker. She ain't bark at me or nothing like that. But she was just, my mother was trying to teach me that the world don't owe you nothing and they don't
Nothing.
care about you or your feelings. So
Nothing.
I know in this house, you can be sensitive, you could be transparent, you could cry. There's nothing wrong with that, but you want to suck it up, buttercup, at some time, because if you get out here to the real world, they're not gonna give it to you like the way I'm trying to give it to you. So I think with my mom's intent was to teach me certain things, but the impact in some cases was negative and hurtful, just because that's just who I was, not because she intended it to be that way. You know what I'm saying? And I can remember maybe twice my whole life my mother apologizing to me as a kid. She did the come on, you want to go get something to eat. You know what I mean? Because I
That's an
think,
apology, right? That's the
yeah, that was
apology.
an
Yeah.
apology.
Yeah, I can
And
understand that.
and I don't even think it was a bad thing. I think that our parents, it's not that they ain't know how to apologize. It's just that like they learning too. Like I make mistakes too. So come on, let's go to McDonald's, put your shoes on. I'm gonna take you to Foot Locker. You know what I mean? I don't see anything wrong with that. I like what she said in the video. But again, I think it's all in perspective. You gotta know your child, you gotta have a relationship. But tying in what you said, okay, I'm a soft parent you at first, but then when you don't do what I need you to do, I'm gonna be on that butt, because now we done threw the impact and intent out the window because you're not doing
It's
what I asked you to do.
and many times that impact is necessary. You talk about
I
your
agree.
mom, and I most definitely can relate and talk about my dad. He didn't have no intent. He had impact.
Right.
And what he said, he didn't say it but one time.
Right.
Anything after that was a problem.
Got you.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, understood.
And growing up in a household like that, you begin to develop a mutual respect,
Mm-hmm.
a mutual fear. It's a fear, however, it's a respect, because man, daddy said something, man. Hey, he ain't gonna, man,
He
he ain't
not
gonna play.
playing.
He ain't gonna
Right.
play with you.
Right.
He ain't gonna play with you. And
Yeah.
when he said something, it was no explanation.
Mm-hmm.
It
Yeah.
wasn't
I
it
don't
wasn't
get
no
that.
why. It
I
wasn't
don't
no,
get
well, why I gotta do that.
I'm gonna
What?
be honest with you. I ain't never had that problem with my mother. I don't even remember questioning my mother. Like, well, why I gotta do that? Like, I don't even remember doing that. Like, I'm not here to explain to you. I told you to take the trash out, get your butt up, and let's go. I can't even Isaac on my life. I can't remember ever questioning my mom. So when I see people in the store, or I have girlfriends, their kids like, well, why I gotta do that? Man, You know what I'm saying? I'm ready, punch on them. Like, what you mean? Why? Because I said so. You know what I'm saying? Because
You
I
know what?
said so.
You shouldn't even have to say that. And
Exactly.
that's what the whole premise about this conversation. And I just once again, I'm gonna go back to I don't have a problem with sitting down with mom and having a conversation
Right.
because I didn't have that. So that's
Right.
something I had to learn as a parent, right? But
Right.
impact is necessary when you
Yeah.
got kids because
Right.
the impact that they're gonna face when they go out into that world, when you decide, when your daughter goes off to college, she's gonna have some brand new experience. My son is in college and he's having and at times he struggled with his brand new experiences.
Right.
So, as parents, we try to teach them how to verbalize, those experiences in a way where guess what, we can sit down and have those conversations.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
that has nothing to do with intent. That's all impactful
Mm-hmm.
because at some point when she call home and she have a problem, you're going to give her your best advice. But at the
Right.
end of the day, at the back of your mind, you're going to be like, you might just have to handle that
Yeah. Yeah. You just
because
might have to. Yeah.
like the world is not going to revolve around your belief system, what you think things are supposed to be based on what you believe.
Right.
You
Right.
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And a lot of times we get that mixed up with everything else.
We do.
Like I support you having your, the right to think and your own belief system. However, at the end of the day, as your parent, and I always say this, right? I've lived longer to make enough mistakes so you don't have to.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
I have the authority when I say something, I should not, as a parent, have to explain to you or have
Exactly.
that negative impact, right?
Right.
If I'm implying something, this is what I need you to do. I
Right.
shouldn't
That's
have to
it.
explain that. I should be able to tell you something, and you know what you should be able to do. Okay, Dad. Okay,
Yeah.
Mom.
Okay, Mom. Got it. On it.
See, because the question for me is that I've been your parent all your life, right? We're
Mm-hmm.
gonna talk. We're talking about the intent. Have I ever done anything or ever put you in a situation where you
Right.
ever felt like you was in harm's way?
Right. Right.
So the hell with the intent.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
You
Agreed.
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Agreed.
And I know your daughter. My kids can't never ever say they parents put them in a harmful situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Many times we're protecting them and they don't know, and that's the
Right.
impact. That's part of
That's
the impact
that
that
it
they don't
is.
understand. So that's where that cool. Why I got to do that? I'm explaining it to you later, or sit down and have a conversation with you later. But right now,
Mhm.
this is what I need you to do.
This is what I need you to do. Yeah. Yeah. I just think this generation, uh, our kids, their kids, they just coddle. They coddle so much to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about kids, not our kids, but other people's kids, like the teenagers. Everybody entitled. Everybody feel like somebody owed them something. You can't
Mhm.
say this. You can't say that because you canceled. If you say this, you'll be home, phobic of this, you're phobia of that. It's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? I'm not I'm all for people doing what they want with their kids. But as for me in my house, I'm not explaining to nobody in this house that don't pay no bills, that's not grown. You know what I'm saying? Why I asked them to do something. I'm not doing
Exactly.
that. I'm like you said, and that is the key point. I have never asked you to do something to hurt you or put you in harm's way. So why would you think I would do it now?
Exactly.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Like
Exactly.
for example, with my daughter, and I'm learning, and it don't feel good, but I'm learning to let her put the pieces together for herself. And it's really hard because I look and I see, I want to do this, I want to jump. Like for example, last night when she was at work, she was she texted me and said she had transferred some money to one of her accounts and had messed something up. So me, what I do, I go look in the account and some said no, stop, because you've taught
Mm-hmm.
her how to
Mm-hmm.
go to
Mm-hmm.
her account, go into the app, look and take her time. And I texted back, I said, okay, so what you gonna do? You
Mm-hmm.
know, she was like, well, mom, because I don't understand. And it's a difference of I don't understand. I said, take your time. And if you just can't figure it out, I said, we'll go through it together. I said, but I don't have time to sit and explain it to you because I've explained it to you before. And even as a
Exactly.
parent, you know what I'm saying? I knew it hurt because I'm like, I knew what was wrong, but I gotta let her go because what if mom ain't there?
You gotta let them make those mistakes.
Yeah, yeah,
And sometimes they may be drastic, but every mistake has a lesson. You understand
yep,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
And
yeah,
we live in a world where we really a lot of times, even as parents, because we had a segment we talked about punk ass parents, and we
yeah,
both kind of fell in that segment, that
yeah,
that thing too, where we want to always fix our kids and
yeah,
not allow them to fix themselves, right?
right,
And that's the intent right there, like
right,
what you've done. And things like I've done, like my son, he's into music, so like he likes to tinker with things. And the first thing he'll say sometimes is, Dad, can you do it? And I'd be like, man, you gotta figure it out.
yeah. You
I know,
got
I know,
to.
I know what to do, but you
Yeah,
gonna have to go in there and figure it out.
yeah,
And to see the frustration, right? To see the frustration, because like you say, you know what to do. And you
yeah.
just be like, man, you gotta
You
learn
got to
how to
figure it
deal.
out. Yeah,
Right. And and
right.
and that and
Go ahead.
that all this ties into a lot of things that we talk about when it comes to our kids. And like the intent, it's like you asking me to be mindful. I'm not.
Right,
Why should
right,
I?
right.
Why should I be mindful? I'm gonna say what I need to say.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I understand my emotional state where I am when I say some things.
Right,
And some things I may have to say that for the impact of the situation. And we could talk about why I did or why I said or why we could talk about that later. But right then and there, like we both talked about, if I need you to go do that now.
right,
I don't
right,
need to I don't have 15, 20 seconds to explain to you why.
right. Yeah. That's something definitely that I'm not on the same page with her about. I get it, the intent, the impact, but it again, my mother always taught me, you gotta know your kid. So the way that, like, for example, I wish my mother would have soft spoke me a little bit more than she did. You know what I'm saying? So I tried soft speaking with my daughter. It don't work for her like that. So I mean, she not don't get me wrong, she not a unruly kid and I got to yell and scream, but that don't work for her. When I Harmony's at this phase, but she don't remember nothing. I forgot. Everything is I forgot when it's something that oh, I forgot. And so, but when I get on her tail, I raise my voice, and I'm not talking about screaming and cussing nobody out. I'm not doing that and never have done. But when I talk to her, look her in her face and get on her tail, she understand that. Sometimes she in certain areas she don't understand soft talking. Like, y'all, I don't mean to tell my daughter business, but my daughter's 17 years old and got an issue with cleaning her ears. Like, I don't understand it. I mean, I'm just keeping it real. Like, she's very clean, she real nitpicky about stuff, but she just somehow just forget to clean the top of her ear. I don't understand it. So I was soft talking. You need to do this, you need to do it. And then I just bombed her out one day. You know what I'm saying? And ever since then, we ain't had no issues. We had no issues because now you understand certain areas I can't soft speak her in. But I tell you one thing I learned about my child recently that just really caused me to, get us to get even closer than we are. My daughter's super strong and she carry a lot of stuff inside. So when she open up to you, she trusts you. So she's not one of those vocal people like her mom. And we were doing something about application. I kept getting on. I'm like, you need to put an application in for school. What are you doing? Blah, 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 blah. And she just came to me. She said, Mom, I'm scared. She said, Mom, I'm
Yeah, yeah,
terrified. She said,
yeah.
she said, I know that I get straight A's. She's like, I know I deserve to be there. She said, but I'm terrified to fill out an application. Can you do it with me? And I did. Not for her, but I did it with her. You understand?
Yeah,
So you got to know your kid. So
yeah.
in that situation, hooping and hollering at her didn't work. But talking to
Exactly.
her and getting down, not getting down, but getting on her level, it worked. You know what I'm saying? So you
Oh,
gotta know
almost.
your kids.
Yeah, almost that. Most definitely. Most
Yeah.
definitely. I think we all have those moments with our kids where, like, it be times where we might not even understand this situation.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the intent, right? That's where the intent really
Right.
makes a difference. And in
Yeah.
your situation, it was just the intent. And, like, all my kids struggle in math,
Mm-hmm.
but I push them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? All my kids struggle in math. They always had a hard time. And my way of really getting them to understand the importance of learning them, like, we would go out in places and I'll make them pay for their own stuff. And I'll just walk
Mm-hmm.
away. I would just walk away.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be far, but I walk away. And I would see the frustration on their face. And I'd be like, okay, they're gonna get it.
Right.
They're gonna get it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And eventually they get it. And they'd be like, "Thank you, Dad." I'll be like, "Okay,"
Right.
because it's like, as parents, we always want to save our kids, man, but we gotta stop being these punk ass parents that want to always
It's
stick
true.
our foot in the door when the door closed to keep it
Yeah.
cracked. No, let the door shut.
Mm-hmm. Let it shut
Let it
sometimes.
shut. Yeah, you
But
gotta let.
there's a fine line. People will say, and I agree with this. They like, I don't want my kids to have to suffer if I can afford for them not to. And I got it. I ain't get my first car, so I was in college. My daughter, she gonna be blessed. She'll probably get her first car when she's in high school. Through her grandfather, he'll probably bless her with a car. I'm all for that in certain instances, but I'm not for spoiling no child. I need you to know the responsibility of certain things in life. Having a car is not something that you need. You know what I'm saying? It's not
Mhm.
something that you absolutely need. But if I can give it to you to make things a little easier for you, yes. But I'm not gonna baby you about it. You're gonna do something. It ain't just gonna be I'm mom. Hey, I want the new Gucci bag. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. And I think my girlfriends get mad at me because my daughter gets really good grades. She's always gotten good grades. So that's something that's standard for us in our household. So when she brings home a or a B, it doesn't surprise me. Now I'm grateful, I acknowledge it. I tell her, I'm good, great, but that's normal for us. And a lot of my friends were like, "Well, she get straight A's. You should. If she do ask for a Gucci bag, you should get it." No, ma'am.
No,
For what?
no, no, no.
For what?
I'm
Because
with
that's
you on
what you're
that.
supposed to
No,
do. That's
not
what
no.
you supposed to go to school and get A's and B's or get good
So
grades.
we had a show when we talked about this. Why am I rewarding you for the thing that you're supposed to be doing
That you
anyway?
supposed to do. Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You're supposed to go to school and get a decent education so you can put
Yep.
yourself in a situation so you can further your education, maybe get a scholarship, and you can continue to move forward and have some things that I haven't had educationally. That's what you're
Exactly.
supposed to do.
Exactly.
And a lot of times, these kids, they feel like they get good grades, they should be rewarded. No. Like my son, he like to make music sometimes, and he puts his
Hmm.
little mixtapes together, and he'll give
Hmm.
me he'll give me give me a little something to put in the car, and I'll listen to it, and I'll come back and I'll be like, yo, that shit was garbage.
Cause you gotta give it to him for real. Cause somebody will tell him and hurt his feelings. For real. That's some
Right?
dad stuff, for real.
Yo, you like this? It was garbage. Go try it again. Yeah.
I don't blame you though. I don't blame you.
I don't,
I
I'm
don't
not.
blame you.
I'm not a. It's gonna be okay, or you gonna get better. No, it's garbage. Go in there and focus on your craft
Right. And do
instead
what
of
you need to
rushing to
do.
put it together and do what you need to do.
Yeah. Yep. Facts. I don't
If
see
if
nothing
that
wrong
if
with
that's
that.
something that you enjoy doing, you might not make a living, but guess what? That can be a hobby that you can enjoy and you can love. So if that's what it's going to be, then you need to focus on that craft.
Right. Exactly. Can I share with y'all? I know we gotta wrap it up. One story where when I was in college, I left college because my school lost accreditation, and I came home. And I was always into fashion. I was living with
Nah,
my parents. I think I
wait,
was 20.
your school ain't lose accreditation. You was going to it, so they realized you was on the roster, so they had to shut it down.
You know, but whatever. Don't be talking about Morris Brown. We got our accreditation back. But listen. So I came home from Atlanta. I moved back to Maryland with my parents. And I think I'm 21, 22. And I always been into fashion. And I told my mother, I'm gonna go to art school and become a fashion designer. And my mother was like, "You don't know how to draw." And I said, "Yes, I do. I learned." You know what I'm saying? I'm a very creative person. I know how to put outfits together, all that. I did 6 months of design school and quit because I didn't know how to draw at all. I couldn't draw a lick, but it cost me $4,500. You see what I'm saying? But in hindsight, my mother was like, "I really was trying to tell you gently as best as I could." She said, "But you wanted to do what you want to do." She said, "Now that hurt me because you took out student loans to go to that school. And I just knew it wasn't going to work." She said, "It's one thing when you just being a hater with somebody, but and it's another thing when you know your kids. Like, come on, that's not your best.
Exactly. It's just
You don't
certain
need to
things.
be in that lane. That's not your
Yeah,
lane, baby.
it's
Get
it's
out that
it's,
lane."
it's certain things that be like, nah, they ain't gonna do that.
Exactly.
They ain't gonna do that.
So,
Daddy, what
yeah.
you think? I just give them the look. They know the look. What you think, Dad?
Yeah.
Yeah, that look.
Right.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So
Right.
I most definitely totally agree. She said some good things in there.
Mm-hmm.
However, sometimes that impact has to override the intent, and then in
Yeah.
situations where the intent becomes
That's
more powerful than the
then the
impact.
impact. Yeah.
So it's really about really understanding, the circumference of your home, how you set up your home emotionally
Mm-hmm.
too. That's
Mm-hmm.
another thing, is how you set your house up emotionally, where
Yeah.
you can have the intent and the impact. Man, it's been a
Right.
great show, man. Hey man, you,
Great
you did
show.
your man, you did your thing today, man. Hey, I still need that $3. So when am I expected to get that $1.50?
I said 150 payment in December, and then
Okay.
January 31st, I'm gonna send the second one.
Oh, so you ain't give me no date for December.
Well, I'm gonna wing it. We gonna wing it. So
Yeah. That
somewhere
mean
around like the 28th.
that mean I'm not gonna get it.
But I'm gonna pay the internet bill so we can still do our show though.
Yeah, make sure you pay that bill, because last couple of times you couldn't even log on, man. Man, I was like, man, I need to come down. What's the cable company down there in Georgia, man? Because woo, man, let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell y'all a secret, right? I just paid my cable bill before the show came on. How about that? Hey, man, we're a mess, man. That's what happened when life get to life, man. Sometimes you just
Yes.
forget to pay
Yes,
their bill.
indeed.
Look, I'm gonna tell you, like, we got on demand. So when my on demand ain't working, I know I need to pay the bill.
You crazy. You know
Ah, man,
that
yo,
crazy.
I couldn't watch Power. I said, man, let me figure what's going on. Man, I get a
Right.
text. I was like, yeah, let me go ahead and pay this little couple dollars, man. Give them their money.
Exactly.
I need to watch.
Exactly.
I need to watch on demand a little later. Hey, man, we want to thank you guys for your emails,
Yes.
man, your questions. Questions for Isaac and T is coming soon. Church lady, she's formulating all the questions, trying to put them together, man. We're gonna have a
Yes.
nice
Send
little
them to me.
episode. Send them, hey, hit us up, man. UNC
Yes.
podcast at gmail.com. We appreciate everything, man. We appreciate all the likes, all the comments, all the views, whether you viewed or you didn't click the like button. Hey, man, just keep coming on and just keep supporting us, man, the best way
Yes,
you can. Because
please.
sometimes support ain't just about one thing or another, man. Just hit the like button.
That's
Just
it.
watch.
So
If you
show us
watch,
some love, y'all.
that's it, man. If you just watch 10 seconds of the episode, man, we most definitely
We
appreciate it.
good. We
But man,
good.
you know what? We got to go. I'm Isaac. That's TT Church Lady TT, man. My wonderful co-host Tiana White, man. It's always a pleasure. And
Yes,
guess what?
indeed.
If nobody tell you that they love you today, man, us here at Under
We
No
love you.
Conditions podcast, we love you. We out. Peace.
Bye. Ice man.